The following is a historical fiction book talk. The title of the book is InTrouble, and the author is Ellen Levine. I heard Nurse Barkley tell our esteemed principal that Martha most likely wouldn't make it back for graduation. It's around her time, she said. Martha started wearing those blousy muumuus, remember? Georgina said. Kay's fork was suspended in midair. You don't mean... Are you really saying preggers? Georgina nodded. She's disappeared. I heard someone talking about Martha's college boyfriend, Kay said. But if you really mean that, that's scary. She went all the way, I said, and shuddered. Martha was a senior, a year ahead of us, but we all knew her. She was a cheerleader. She was pretty, with an A average, and a boyfriend in college. There were always rumors about girls who got in trouble, but never someone like Martha. Oh, I get it, Carol said, with a hint of disapproval. That kind of trouble. So you're saying Martha's at one of those places, you know? Kay paused. To give birth and then give it up for adoption? Georgina was patient. That's what I've been trying to explain. It has to be. If she'd done the other thing, she wouldn't have had to go away. I heard about a girl who jumped from the second floor of her house, Carol said in a remarkably calm voice. We all looked shocked. Not suicide, Carol said. She was trying to end the pregnancy. She emphasized the pregnancy, as if it made perfect sense. No way I could go through 9 months and then give it up. I'd keep wondering where he was, how he was. In the 1950s, an unplanned pregnancy meant very few options: a rushed marriage, giving up the child for adoption, or an illegal abortion. In any case, this often came with some isolation, shame, and plenty of speculation by everyone. Jamie has not seen Elaine in over a year, not since she and her parents moved away to Long Island. They remained in touch with letters and phone calls. But their relationship is put to the test when she gets an urgent call from Elaine. Jamie, where are you? I'm here. What's up? She talked with an urgency I'd never heard in her voice before. It's not regular putting on weight, she said. Her voice shook. I think I'm pregnant. Pregnant? I'm late. Are you sure? Silence. How late? She spoke so softly, I had to press the phone against my ear. I've missed it a couple of times. A couple of times? This is months, Jamie. She started to cry. Months. I was too afraid to ask how many. I desperately wanted to hang up. What will you do? She didn't say anything. Elaine, you have to do something before it's too late. You've got to think this through. How can Jamie help her friend? What options will Elaine consider? Author Ellen Levine conducted numerous interviews with women who came of age in the 1950s and 60s, including those who faced these exact choices. Her novel paints an accurate and brutally honest portrait of what young girls faced in the 1950s, a time long before the landmark 1973 Supreme Court case of Roe v. Wade, which decriminalized abortions and allowed young women access to them. If you find that you enjoyed InTrouble, here are a couple more books which take place in the 1950s that might interest you as well. Loving vs. Virginia by Patricia Herbie Powell is the story of two teenagers who fell in love and broke the law in Caroline County, Virginia in 1955. New Boy by Julian Houston tells the story of 15-year-old Rob Garrett, an African-American boy from Virginia whose parents enroll him in a Connecticut boarding school in the late 1950s.